In this video, we're going to look at playoffs for a stroke play tournament. So let's say my name is Mike Jones, and we just finished the BMW International Open, and I ended up tied with Tommy Bolt and Curtis Strange at 25 under par. A message will come up to let you know that a playoff is required. So we will go over to the playoff page. Here you see our golfers, and we start off on the 18th hole. You can override this and change it to whatever. I just defaulted it to the 18th hole. Now, we have a difference here with this version of playoffs versus what's in the GBVC. You can have a single hole playoff like what happens with most tournaments, a sudden death, or you can make it an aggregate like the British Open where you have 5 holes and then after that an aggregate score is the winner, or the US Open where you play 18 holes and the aggregate score is the winner. But I'm going to show you a single hole playoff at this point, and I'll pause the video and then come back and show you a different playoff with aggregate. So for here, let's do a single. Let's say you have this, and let's say I messed up and got a double bogey on the hole, and see what we get with get scores here. So Tommy Bolt and Curtis Strange both parted, but we don't have enough holes, so we're going to have to add more holes here until they have a winner. So you can enter just say one hole if you want. Let's say they went back to hole number 10. I can add more holes at this point. I don't have to do it one at a time, just in case, so maybe I can fill it on out a little bit, just in case they continue to just keep tying. See, I've been eliminated, so let's go on. Okay, Tommy Bolt won on the second hole there. So we're all done. Tommy Bolt's the winner. And now we can create our tournament record, brings us back. Tommy Bolt is the winner, and me and Curtis Strange tied for second. So I'm going to pause the video here, and then we'll come back and show you an aggregate playoff. Okay, we're back, and we just finished this tournament, and we have a 4-way tie at the top here. And so let's go to our playoff and do an aggregate. Now for an aggregate, you can pick the number of holes you want right here. Let's say it's a 5-hole aggregate, and you'll get an aggregate score column up here. Let's say I'm going to start it on hole number 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. We'll just go like that and let it come up, okay? So let's say I get a 5 on the first hole. I got to get the scores for everybody else, and you see our aggregate score. Now if I try to enter in the rest of my scores, say a 6 and a 3 and a 4, and then get everybody's scores, it's going to only allow me to do one hole at a time. So you see your aggregate scores as we're coming along here. So let's try another one. Let's see what ends up here. Okay, and then another hole number 4. Okay, and then let's say I par again. Okay, in this case, Bob Tosky won because he had the lowest aggregate score. Now, if there had been a tie for low aggregate score, then you would enter one hole at a time and would go into like a sudden death for the remaining players. You would just one hole at a time. You would just leave this as a 5 and just enter the hole one at a time to finish off your sudden death. But in this case, Bob Tosky won because he had a low aggregate of 18 compared to everybody else. And we come over here, Bob Tosky won, and that is the playoffs.